Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Black Reputation bag, the one that you can see on the online Teleswift store in the merch section. And it's really simple and easy to make, and hope you guys like it. Okay, so the first step is probably to procure the fabric, and here, because I couldn't find any suitable fabric to make the bag, I'm just going to upcycle two of these bags that I already own, and I'm going to use their insides, which are completely black and don't have any printing on it. And for that purpose, I'm going to open all the stitchings on both of these bags, so I have an open fabric which I can use to make the bag. And if you found a suitable fabric to make the bag and you don't need to go through all of this elaborate work to procure your fabric, then it's totally cool, it's totally fine. I'm just doing this because I couldn't find the fabric, and I thought if someone wanted to upcycle anything, I thought this might be helpful to them. So the next step is to mark everything and at least leave an inch of seam allowance for all the stitchings. But if you have a small fabric, you can go for half an inch, but it's really important because of another step that we're going to do ahead in the video. And if you want the exact measurements for I'm going to be going for an exact replica of the Reputation bag. So I'm keeping all the measurements as they were in the online store, and I'm keeping all the measurements same as the original one. So if you want the same measurements, you can see there would be an image in ahead of the video where you would see all the measurements and the cutout pieces. So you're gonna have to cut out a front and a back of the same measurements that is going to be mentioned ahead of the video, and then you're going to cut out all the other pieces which are also going to be mentioned ahead of the video, and then you're going to cut from the seam allowance, and then with that you can have some fabric left. And that is really important because, as I mentioned earlier, there is a step ahead of the video which requires at least half an inch of seam allowance. Now this is the picture I was talking about. You can stop the video at this point and see all the measurements, but these are all the parts that you're going to require. Then the next step is to trace all of your pieces on some bukram. And bukram, if you don't know, it's a fabric like material which you iron on any fabric to give it some strength. And if you can find some bukram, then it's totally fine if you're happy with your fabric. But my fabric was a little too, I'd say it was a little too flimsy, so I had to go with this bukram step to make it give it a little strength. Then you're going to, as I said, iron on all the bukram on the pieces. From the shiny side, you'll be able to see some glue-like, not sticky, but some dried out glue-like substance on one side, and you're going to put that substance side with the fabric, and then you're going to iron on from the opposite side, if all that makes any sense. Then you're going to assemble all your pieces, and then you're going to check if they're strength and if you're happy with the fabric. Perfectly happy with how my fabric turned out after I did the bukram step. And then you're going to trace out the Reputation initials on the back where you want them to go. Usually you'll put a zip below that, as there is like this. You're going to put a gold tone zipper, and so this is going to be in the center. So then you're going to get it embroidered, or you can embroider it yourself, or you can paste some initials. It's up to you, but I really wanted to get that professional look, so I went an extra route and I got it embroidered on here by a professional. Then you're going to pin everything together and see if the measurements and the lengths are proper and fine. and this can take some time, and it really hurts your hands to pin everything in place because the fabric that is usually used to make the bags is usually nylon, and nylon is kind of hard and sturdy, so getting a pin to pass that is really difficult, and it really starts to hurt your thumbs. So I'd say do this after some time, like do one piece and then take some rest and then do the other piece, because if you do this like me all at once, you're gonna regret it because it really hurts your hands. And then you're going to join the upper piece to the bottom piece and then the zipper, and you're going to go with this and you're going to pin the whole bag until you're happy with it. As you can tell by the change of the lighting, some time has passed and it's almost midnight and I'm still doing this. And I have pinned the back only because my hands could not do the front, and I'm pretty happy with all the measurements. All the pieces are falling right into place, and I'm super excited to get all of these stitched into place. And the zipper still works fine. And yeah. Then you're going to attach the back straps from which you hold the bag. No, the straps that go over your shoulders and that support the bag. I don't know what you call them. So you're going to go for those. I put the measurements for them that were suitable for me, and that I'm actually 5'9", so they were suitable for me. But if you want to go for any shorter or any longer, you can do that. But if you're 5'9" or 5'8" or anything near that, then they should be perfectly fine for you too. And here it is after I pinned everything. It's a little poofy because it's still just pinned and not stitched in, but it looks really good. And I didn't even put the front zipper on, I'd put that later. And here is how you're going to pin in the zipper. You're going to cut a straight line, and then you're going to make another straight cut from the top and the bottom, keeping equal distances along the line like this, and then you're going to pin the zipper in like this, so when it's folded it looks really neat like this. So this is how the zipper looks after it's all stitched in, and you're going to later you're going to attach a pocket over here you're going to attach the pocket with the seams, but before that you're going to take another fabric and cut each and trace each and every part of the bag and cut it out, and you're going to stitch another bag. This is kind of optional, but I really wanted to get a neat look, so I did this. You're going to stitch another bag that will go inside the real bag, and it will give a neat look from the inside. So after you cut all of that, you can stitch it, and you're going to stitch the seams of that bag with the seams of the actual bag, and then you can just stitch the whole bag. I didn't include a stitching tutorial because the stitches were basic. Like this is hard. You're going to take the previous bag and you're going to stitch its seams with the seams of the actual bag that we stitched, the black one, and like this you're going to stitch, and then when you open it, because I put the seams and I put the other bag in there, this is how neat it looks. And as you can see, it gives it a pretty nice and neat look, and this will give it a bit strength, and no matter how much stuff you put in it, it's not gonna break, it's not gonna tear because of this step. So yeah, that's all you can do to make the Reputation bag, and I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's really good, and I'm just really happy that I can make merch, because getting merch over here is really difficult. And I hope you guys liked this tutorial, because I tried to get it I tried to be as comprehensive as I could, and I tried to shorten the length of the video so I could tell more in less time. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. That was all I had for this week. And that takes me to my next topic, that is, I'm sorry I couldn't upload a video for so long. It was because I was busy in this project, and that's why I couldn't do another video. Okay, so see you next time. Bye.